Next topic, Sound of Freedom. Have you seen the movie yet?
So a lot of people have asked me this.
Yeah.
As a new mom, I don't think I can emotionally handle it just
Okay,
because of the
that's fair.
subject matter. And I cry during Pixar movies. I'd be a total mess.
And from the beginning, you're going to feel the pain of the father taking his kids, a daughter and a son, who is approached by a recruiter saying, your kids can be models, they can be in movies. He says, tonight, audition is at such and such time. Today, tomorrow's audition is such and such time. Father dresses in a suit, takes them to this room, and he takes the kids there. They're excited. Put the kids in the room, and the girl says, come back to pick them up at 7 o'clock. He says, what do you mean? Come back to pick them up at 7 o'clock. He leaves, comes back 7 o'clock. No one's there.
Shut down.
That's how the movie starts.
There's so much degeneracy happening around you. But before it could enter your house, it knocked first. And they asked you if they had the permission to enter your house first. You know, it literally demonstrates that. And that's where we at. Yeah? They asked, and he said no. In fact, he was negotiating with them. Look at that.
He did.
He was negotiating with them as a parent.
Disclaimer.
And another perspective is, if we have to look at this, or rather, if we look at, more especially when people say, oh, they're coming for our kids, they're coming for our kids. Yeah, parents also need to question themselves on that. They only have access to your kid because you gave them access to your kid.
Voila.
Yeah, it's not a thing of, oh, they're coming for our kids, they're always after our kids. That's reaction. You're just reacting, yeah? And
Must be proactive.
you must be proactive. In fact, let me add this as an extra. There's a stat that came out. (10 to 14). Who do you think is the problem here? Is it the kids?
Wow.
It's the parents.
It's a tough one, man.
It's the parents that need to be educated, not the kids. As personally, I'm just like, okay, cool. They're coming for your kids. Where are they coming for your kids? If they're coming for you as a parent, so that they can take your kid. It goes down to that, bro. It goes down to that. It's just selective outrage, and a lot of people don't really understand, bro.
For them to say that it's QAnon and it's fake, it's like they don't want people messing with their influx of children. It's a huge problem. And yes, they made money off this movie, but now look how many people are talking about sex trafficking and these kids, and at least somebody now is opening their mouth. And by the way, this movie was made 5 years ago. I don't know if you guys, This movie's old. Now
which movie?
Sound of Freedom? Yeah.
Nobody wanted to put it out. Go ahead, Lauren. Go ahead.
Well, it was made by Fox before the Disney acquisition. So then Disney, they essentially didn't release it. They didn't want to release it. They sold it to this other studio, and the studio actually had to crowdfund to get a theatrical release. So that's kind of what's ironic about the fact that it did beat Indiana Jones, at least for one weekend, is that this could have been money going to Disney, but it's also kind of suspicious. Why didn't Disney want to release this movie? Was it not in line with their branding?
And by the way, isn't Disney a kids channel? Isn't it about kids and protecting kids? So why wouldn't you want to protect kids worldwide? Isn't that kind of weird?
Perhaps they don't really want to.
And isn't it shocking, Lauren, that they're talking all this stuff about conspiracy? Are you trying to act like Epstein didn't have an island and flew people?
Yeah, that we know this for a fact that this happened?
He was murdered. Don't believe the hype. He was suicided himself. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, bro. They complain about the media. This is what they say. Oh no, in media now they're showing what? Oh, they're showing LGBT stuff, yeah? And they're showing all this perversive stuff. Why are you giving them the media then? Why are you allowing your kids to watch that? You're giving them the same phone. Yeah. You're putting on the same programs. Shut down the programs. Cut the DSTVs. Huh?
Throw away the TV.
Throw away the TV. What? Yeah. Put programs. Put Christian programs where people are not naked the whole time.
That's what I was literally about to say. That give them the word of God.
Exactly. There's a lot of Christian stories. Give them that. Now kids want to practice, yeah? That's how we have a whole bunch of teenagers that are pregnant, like no one's business. Because they see it on TV. I don't want to practice.
Yeah, that's how we have those two homies.
No, Chris, don't say. I know you're tempted to say.
Nah, it's okay.
But don't say. But you get it there, bro. You get it. People are complaining, oh no, this and no. You showed us on TV and we wanted to practice because it was very intriguing, yeah?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so parents should not be complaining out here, hey, this and that. Shut up. You should do your job as a parent. Switch off the TV, change the program.
Spend time with your children, educate them properly.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have the level of degeneracy we're witnessing now.
Bro, that's it. Those girls, the young girls in KwaZulu-Natal will not be pregnant like that. Because parents are not doing their job. It's just have a kid and you just like that. Who's to blame?
And The Sound of Freedom does focus on a real issue of sex trafficking. But that theme, it's sort of like that kernel of truth that feeds the QAnon conspiracy theory. Tell us how those two things work together.
Sure. And the most durable and the most believable conspiracy theories are not entirely false. There's something in them that is true and the rest of it is false. But the believers point to the one true thing and they say, oh, you don't believe that this particular thing is true. In terms of child trafficking, we know trafficking is real. We know it has real victims. No one is denying that. But these films are created out of moral panics. They're created out of bogus statistics. They're created out of fear. And with something like Sound of Freedom, it specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child trafficking rings that are run by the high-level elites, and only people like Tim Ballard and only people like Jim Caviezel, and by extension, only people like the ticket buyer can help bring these trafficking rings down. So there's a very participatory element. You're not just going to see a movie, you're just killing 2 hours on a hot day. You are helping bring down these pedophile rings and save children. Now, it's not true, but it's a very comforting and it's a very warm feeling.
You know why you have to trust?
If you can, especially not if, like, you're in a position to protect and look after your children.
As a parent.
Teach and guide them, then do so. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. As a parent, you have that because we can't always be blaming society. No, it's a parent's responsibility to provide security and the basic needs, no? It's your job as a parent, so...
Block out all the noise.
I think a new generation of parents, personally, I feel like we should actually do a better job.
True.
Let me just show you this picture here from a kid in 2015 to 2022. That's the kid on the left, now grown man on the right. Bingo. Grooming works. It's actually a very effective strategy. And yes, you can convert due to your environment.
Should actually do a better job. People have no access. Look, the biblical story of Lot, bruv, it demonstrates quite a lot. You're in a city where it's perverted, right? There's so much degeneracy happening around you. But before it could enter your house, it knocked first. And they asked you if they had the permission to enter your house first. You know, it literally demonstrates that. And that's where we at, yeah? They asked, and he said no. In fact, he was negotiating with them. Look at that.
He did.
He was negotiating with them as a parent. And he says, no, you can't. Negotiating with them, bro. That shows the level of responsibility as a parent you have against degeneracy in this generation. Does Sodom and Gomorrah not represent this generation now?
Perfectly.
It does, bro. So it shows the level of responsibility and authority you have as a parent. Because it was a mob. They could have easily broken into the house.
They could have stormed in there and done whatever.
Why do you think they asked Lot? He's a parent. He's the owner of the house. So it's parents' responsibility before degeneracy enters your house and pollutes it. And now your kids are falling pregnant everywhere. So, so yeah, it's a parent's responsibility. Personally, I feel so. Yeah, that's it from us. I guess we'll be seeing you on the next one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments below. We really appreciate it. And I guess we'll be seeing you on the next one. Ciao.